everyone, welcome to StudyIQ English. We have a fascinating piece of news to discuss here. Well, a simple emotional story of a young schoolboy from Manipur who wanted to reunite his divided family has brought India an unparalleled fame today. The whole world is talking about the power of India's narrative storytelling and regional cinema, as the Indian film Boong, a Manipuri language film, has won the Best Children and Family Film Award at the BAFTA Awards ceremony of 2026. Now, Boong has defeated major other films in the category, such as Zootopia 2, such as Arco, the famous French science fiction film. This shows not just the power of storytelling in India, but also the power of India's regional culture and the global acceptance of it. As people are viewing it with diverse emotions, a lot of people are seeing this as a symbol of hope, joy, and courage for people from Manipur. In fact, the director of the film itself, she also addressed the ceremony by saying that she dedicates the award to a long-term happiness and a long-term peace in the beautiful state of India's northeast, that's Manipur. So let's see exactly what has happened. Now we are looking at the BAFTA award ceremony, which is about how a major achievement for Indian cinema came in the form of the movie Boong winning the BAFTA award in the category of Best Children's and Family Film Award. Yes, this is a film from Manipur in Manipuri language, and it has been directed by Miss Lakshmi Priya Devi. It's a major milestone for Indian regional cinema. It also highlights how people perceive and admire India's regional cultures, India being a diverse polycultural society. So also for the UPSC exam, sometimes it's important to know various categories of awards and recognitions. Say, for example, Oscars are important, Dada Saheb Phalke awards are important. On that note, please let me know in the comment box who is the latest or the last recipient of the prestigious Dada Saheb Phalke Awards. And then of course the BAFTA are important. Why? Because BAFTA are often considered as the British equivalent of the Oscar Awards. Now here, if you look at what are BAFTA. So BAFTA stands for British Academy of Film and Television Arts. One of the most prestigious film awards in the whole world, as I just said. It is the British, the UK equivalent of the Oscars. So, of course, it's a major achievement for India. Now, if you look at the movie, the film Boong itself, in this category, the film has been recognized for its excellence in storytelling and the kind of emotions it generates. And looking at BAFTA awards in general, they recognize excellence in various arenas of cinema like acting, direction, film, and technical achievements. Now, people or teams that win BAFTA, for them, it's a matter of huge credibility. Now, remember when we were talking about the Nobel Prizes in 2025 across diverse categories. That time, we were also discussing that how mathematics is not the subject in which you get Nobel Prize. Why? Because right in the will of Alfred Nobel, we never had a provision for mathematics. Of course, people speculate various reasons for that. But then, we had also made a separate video once on then which is the mathematics equivalent of the Nobel Prize. At the same time, recently there was another news from Science and Technology GS Paper 3 which highlighted the highest recognition in the field of environment conservation. It has been given to a lady scientist this year. Can you tell me which are these two awards? The highest in mathematics and the highest in the field of environment and ecological conservation. And which lady was given the highest environmental award for 2025? We have spoken it. Now coming back to the arena of cinema and movies. Now we know that some awards here are important. And today as we move into those, let's look at what the director of the film, Miss Lakshmi Priya Devi, has to say. Now, she dedicates the award to peace in Manipur, to children affected by the conflict. Now, Manipur has been in the news for a long time now. Of course, because of the ethnic violence between the Meitei community, the Kuki-Zo community. All began as a fight over scheduled tribe status. It eventually erupted into one of the worst genocides that we have seen. Thousands, hundreds of innocent women, children, and civilians have been impacted. In fact, recently, Manipur has come out of a long presidential rule tenure. Now, can you please tell me which article of the Indian Constitution talks about president rule? Remember, in one of the articles, recently we have spoken about it, how in India we do recognize about 3 categories of emergency. Yes? So when you talk about Article 356, you often talk about the breakdown of state's constitutional machinery, administrative machinery. When a state cannot be properly administered under the rules of the constitution, then sometimes the governor can request for the central government to intervene. And here in Manipur, the same situation has happened. For a long time, Manipur was under central government's rule. Recently, there has been the election of a new Chief Minister for Manipur. Now there is hope of stability and peace, but then this is coming after a very prolonged period of suppression, a long period of conflict. So it's wonderful as the director of the movie has dedicated this award to peace in stability in Manipur, and this highlights how cinema can indeed play a role in promoting love, peace and stability among people. After all, it's rightly believed that cinema is the mirror of society, and that's the reason why in the field of cinema, throughout we have celebrated top-notch awards. Say for example, if you look at Oscar awards, the most celebrated awards in the cinema and cinematography, you realize that the first movie linked to India, associated with India, that won the Oscar award was Gandhi film, directed by Sir Richard Attenborough. Okay, and this happened in 1982. Now you might be wondering, should you need to remember even the dates like that? Not exactly. You just need to know about the film, the name of the director, the fact that it's the first Indian associated film with an Oscar award. But still, if you want to remember the date, then always you can do the cross-linking of current affairs, the strategy I always teach you. 1982 UNCLOS. 1982 India joined Ramsar Convention. So you can associate it with that also. Now this movie Gandhi, it won the award at the 55th Academy Award function in 1983. And then there was something very special here. Costume designer Bhanu Athia became the first Indian to win an Oscar associated with this film for one of the best costume designs. Now, this is an important fact for UPSC. Now, we also talk about something else. We talk about the great filmmaker Satyajit Ray, who received the honored category in Oscar Awards in 1992 for lifetime contribution to cinema. And then back in 2023, India was honored once again at the global platform as the very famous song Natu Natu from the Indian movie RRR had also won the Oscars for Best Original Song, and that's another moment to celebrate for Indian cinema. So you can remember some of these facts, but do not forget to tell me who is the latest person to receive the Dada Saheb Phalke Award. Okay, with that, a quick practice question here. Consider the following statements regarding the film Boong. 1. It became the first Indian film to win the BAFTA award in the Best Children and Family Film category. Second, it is a Manipuri language debut feature directed by Lakshmi Priya Devi. 3. It won the award at BAFTA ceremony held in Toronto, Canada. And 4. It had its premiere in the Discovery section of Toronto International Film Festival. Now let's remember, even before getting this BAFTA recognition, the movie has been premiered at many other global film award ceremonies. So which of these statements according to you are correct? You can let me know the answer in the comment box, and if you want more clarification, more such interesting facts, you must download this QR and become a part of our growing Telegram community. But the most important announcement, now we are still running the limited period offer, flat 50% off on our courses for 27 and 28 UPSC. To enroll, you must hurry up because it's a limited period offer. The sale is ending anytime soon. Flat 50% and the prices begin at 12,999. If you want more discount, use my code SPLIVE, whether it's for 27 or 28. Whether you are an English medium, Hindi medium or a bilingual medium aspirant, everything is a part of this sale. But hurry up. Do not forget code SPLIVE and enroll today before the period is over by guaranteeing yourself selection in the UPSC exam. Thank you.